I'm Jesse Tunney. I've went to Speedrome basically all my life. I was born in 1989, so been out there a good while watching my family race, and I am the 2014 late model figure eight champion.
And you grew up watching your father, Bill Tunney Jr., your uncle Bruce drive. Later on, your cousin Mark, your brother Ben, brother Austin, the whole family basically out there. What's your earliest memories of being out at the Speedrome there as a babe in arms?
Really just, all the times in the stands and running around with all the other kids watching the races. When the figure eight would come, being ready to see Dad pull out on the track and race against my uncle. And, just showing up with Mom a little bit later in the evening, it's already dark. We'd be so excited getting out of the car, trying to run up there and, tell Mom, hurry up, let's go. And, the smoke from all the street stocks crashing and, just the smell of it was awesome, and we definitely loved going.
And your role when you started out, now obviously your father's working on the car every night. Everybody's kind of pitched in, and you boys all had to join in. Of course, all over Grandpa Tunney's garage. What was your favorite job working on the car back there in those early days before they were allowed to touch anything important?
I can't necessarily think of one in specific. He definitely, Dad taught us how to learn, mounting and dismounting the tires by hand. It wasn't a favorite thing, but it was one of the things that we've all taken on as doing pretty good at it ourselves. And there's a lot of people at the track that like watching us how quickly we can do that by hand and not having to use a machine. It's kind of one of the things Dad taught us to do and helped him out with as we got older.
Okay. Your first time to actually climb behind the wheel now, what was that like?
Definitely, a little nervous and wanting to be able to fulfill all the Tunney, the Tunney name, and definitely nervous and kind of took it, at my own pace and just gradually worked my way to be more comfortable. And we finally gotten there. I still got a lot more to learn, but definitely getting to where I need to be.
And that's been a lot of pressure on you with the Tunney name behind you. And some folks, when Bill and Bruce were making that Tunney name and Jim making that Tunney name, there really wasn't a Tunney name yet to be made.
Yeah.
And yet by the time you come up there, you're almost royalty. Do you think that was that made different for you as opposed to Joe Smith coming off the street, or what do you think was more extra pressure on you?
Maybe a slight little bit there, but everyone, just seeing how well my Uncle Bruce and Dad had done, maybe they expect a little of us, but that wasn't really much of my worries. I just kind of, went on my own and, just went from what Dad taught us and just gained experience, from being on the track, and just kind of came, I guess, as a natural thing. If I don't want to, consider myself as a great driver, but, I've managed to win some features and the championship this past year, so I assume I'm getting there. I don't like to be a cocky type of person, but, I'm getting there, and, a lot of help from Dad teaching us things through the years.
Who's been your favorite person to watch out the Speedrome over the years?
Definitely my dad. Wish he was still out there with us, and I had a lot of fun racing with him the few years I got to, but definitely Dad would be the fun one to watch, and especially when him and Uncle Bruce got racing each other. Definitely always pulling for my dad, but it's still fun to watch them race together.
Mm-hmm. And the one fella now that you enjoy, now that your father's passed, Bruce is basically retired, who do you like running against now?
Oh, my brothers, for sure. I love running with them and my cousin Mark. Kind of just like a family competition type thing. You want to beat the other, but I don't think we're quite as rough on each other as what my dad and Uncle Bruce were. But we all try to do our best as being clean drivers, but also be the fastest. So that's just one of those things. We're shooting for a fast time, and we're always, I got it this time, so we have fun. It's family competition, and we love doing it.
Mm-hmm. Now, Mark, your cousin Mark, whatever, has got his baby little Kindle. Mm-hmm. You're starting to see your kids. You're starting to get their kids, and you're going to have some in a few years yourself.
Yeah.
Ben's now. Your brother Ben's got one.
Mm-hmm.
20, 30 years, those kids will be grown up, and they'll be taking their kids out or trying to explain what the Speedrome was about. What do you want that next generation to know about the Speedrome that kept Jesse Tunney coming out all this time?
There's definitely a family thing for me is what Speedrome was. I've been going out watching my dad all that time, and it's just been part of my life. It just is my life, really, the Speedrome is, and I'd like for them to, my boys, to know a lot about the family tradition it was for us, and not so much all the fighting and drama type stuff, but just the fun of it and the thrill of racing as a family, and just the competition is fun. Hopefully they can enjoy that too when they get to that point.
Well, wait, cool. You got lots of books to see, and Clark will get you disconnected.
All right.
I tried to make it painless.
No, I'll
See?
try. That's cool.